We had lost our house during Hurricane Harvey. RJ, a few months later, he didn't wake up, and we couldn't figure out what was going on, and we found out, he was having seizures. That's when we found out that he had stage 3 cancer, terminal. Got a call from the landlord, and the landlord said she was going to evict us because I wasn't there to pay the rent. Didn't care what I had going on. And I'm talking about, we lost everything. I didn't have anything left. We came from living in some place, next morning we were all homeless. That's just the way it was. I told the social worker, I said, man, I just sitting there thinking about all the little stuff that I did get back after we lost everything. Now we're in there with the Borges, and he's fighting for his life, and I'm trying to figure out how to fix this because Daddy can't fix this. One moment in my life I can say, Daddy can't fix this. The social worker said, I'll be back in the morning. And his pig, his pork, and grits, his groceries, she showed up. She had an envelope, a white envelope, it said Heroes for Children. I said, what is this? She said, oh, just open the envelope. Because she knew I wasn't going to take no handout anyway. So I rip it open on the end like I normally do, pull it out, some white letter in there, and on the top said Heroes for Children. And the letter was basically going through, why Heroes was writing us and what they were doing for us. And one of the things I remember is that, the only thing that you should be focused on is trying to get your child well. You shouldn't have to worry about financial stress. It kind of teared me up a little bit. I won't get you back for that. It's been years before we get back.
You're getting there.
The check that I seen, it was this big. I'm telling you, it was a big old check. Flipped it over, and it's a check for $3,500. I didn't know what to say because I didn't ask nobody for this. So the social worker said, well, we're in the business of making sure that the parents only focus on their children and not worried about them having financial hardship. With that said, with Heroes for Children, you didn't have to do that. You could have just said, whatever, moved on. That was the worst time of my life coming out of something. Devastating as Hurricane Harvey. That was the absolute worst, the lowest that I could. Anybody, if you suffered through it, you know what it was like. You thought about us.
I'm going to give her credit for some of this because she signed the check that day.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Because she came to us and said Hurricane Harvey victims, and then they have cancer, they shouldn't be going through it.
Yep.
And that's why we're a team together.
Yep. We don't forget nobody. So they were the first one to help us. And we've been on this journey with the Barjay, Heroes for Children, Bevel, Jason Aldean team, Astros, Precinct 7. You name it, everybody's here. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here. So I'm letting you know, from me, regular person taking care of my son. He's got terminal brain and spine cancer. Matter of fact, he just had a seizure 2 days ago. But these are the people that actually out there working. So if you're gonna ever donate to something, this is one group. Don't forget where you come from.